Hey guys, welcome to the review and performance analysis of Forza Motorsport Apex. These are some of the graphics options. Most of them have been turned to high, and you can see the menu. It's pretty well done. This is one of the games that is free in Windows Store, so you can head over there and download this right now. It's about 19 gigs of download, so might take a while for some of you guys.
The modern GT. To see one on the road is a rare treat. To drive one is a thrill never forgotten. These are the cars that inherit all the proven racing technology of their more exotic track-bound cousins, wrapping it in excellent finish work.
After the initial introduction, you are shown a menu for car selection, and you can choose the car and even apply a custom skin. This race is going to be in the Yas Marina circuit.
Consisting of sharp turns and exceptionally long straights.
The music and sound is really good in this game, as you saw in the menu and the introduction video. I have been really impressed by the sound quality that they have put in, considering that it's just a free game. Here you can see some of the assist options, and you can turn them off in case you want a realistic experience, or if you're finding the difficulty to be too high, you can turn them on. Besides the assist, you can change the drive with R difficulty, which would make the drivers more aggressive and increase the overall difficulty of the races. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of bumping into other cars because I'm more used to arcade racing rather than these simulators, and as you could see from the menu, I had already changed some of the assists, so this race is not going to be easy for me. You can see here that I have the braking lane indicator on, so that helps a little bit when I have to brake. You can actually have this lane indicator on throughout the race, and it will let you know when you can actually accelerate and when you need to brake and make those corners. I have very little experience with the Forza series, but I can say, looking at this game, that the controls, even while using a keyboard, are pretty responsive. I will probably be cutting some corners because that's the arcade style of playing these games. So you might see I'm missing some corners, going in the opposite corners a lot. You can see the FPS in the middle of the screen, and it pretty much stays between 75 and 100, so the game performs really well on high settings on this GTX 1060. I skipped a lap there because otherwise this video would be too long, but you can see that I have already achieved the maximum speed and the fastest lap time for this race, so most of my objectives are already clear. For each of the races in Forza Motorsport, you are given a primary objective, which is probably to finish in the 6th place, and then a list of secondary objectives that if you fulfill, you get a set of points, and with those points, depending on those points, you are awarded medals at the end of the race, which you will see. For this race, I have set the damage option to cosmetic only, so my car is not receiving any performance degrades once I bump into other cars, but if you want more realism, you can always turn that on. I'm pretty sure I have not turned the aggressive options on, but like you can see, the cars behind me are still pretty aggressive. They are chasing me relentlessly, so I need to keep up my top speed. Although this car doesn't go as fast as the other cars that I had in the choice menu, but this car actually does have a good acceleration, so probably I didn't choose the best car from the menu. But I would like to think that the easiest explanation is that I'm just a bad driver and pretty awful at this game, as you can see from that turn. that was really bad, but here I'm trying to take over both these cars so that I can at least maintain my 6th position and hopefully get a good finish in the top 3. I'm going to try to use the handbrake at the next turn, so let's see how it goes. The handbrake looked pretty good and the car turned perfectly, or that's how I felt about that turn considering my amateur level at this game. As for the graphical options of this game, it has a dynamic option which basically keeps your FPS up by turning down the graphics setting randomly during the gameplay, so I guess that's good for low-end rigs, or you could manually set it to all the low options, so this game should probably work on the low-end rigs as well. This is the final lap of the race, so I hope we can maintain this 3rd position and finish up our primary objectives as well as the secondary objectives. I hope the car doesn't skid too much towards the end of this race. Oh no, the car just went out of control, and hopefully this guy is not aggressive enough to overtake me and we can complete this race in this position. Even with my poor skills at this game, we still managed to finish 3rd, and now you will be able to see some of the point system. Here you get points for the primary and the secondary objectives, plus you get some points for the time that you finished in, and for all of those points you get these medals, and based on those medals you will be able to unlock the new cars. I would rate this game later, but I would like to say that the graphics and sound design of this game are pretty great considering that it's a free download from the Microsoft Store, and the controls are also very precise even when using the keyboard. Overall, I'm very impressed with this game, and you can even take a look at your driver record, which gives you a bunch of different statistics about your career, and you can see any of the replays that you saved from one of your races. You can have some of the screenshots. This wraps up our impressions of the Forza Motorsport Apex and its performance on the GTX 1060. Thank you guys, and please let me know your comments in the section below. See you next time.